Welcome to Accelerate Your Destiny. I am Kashonna Marrow, your host for today, and I'm so excited to be joined again by my guest, Christian Andrew, who is a branding and image strategist. And today we're going to be focused in on steps to get you to defining your brand or get you to a point where you feel good about or confident about your brand. Christian, welcome again to Accelerate Your Destiny.
Thank you. So nice we had to do it twice.
That's right. And listen, if you missed the first episode, it was so packed with rich nuggets. You got to go back and watch it. So we're here again because you deserve more. So that's all. So we're going to talk a little bit and walk our audience through branding. Because sometimes people are saying, where do I start?
Right.
That's the biggest hiccup, right? It's like trying to get started. So I want you to kind of walk us through, where should we start?
Yeah, absolutely. So even in the title of the service I offer is branding and image strategy, right? So it's automatically a two-part deal. So we'll talk about branding because that's what you asked about. And there are three key elements to a brand that's going to help you just right out the gate set yourself apart. That's vision, mission, and we talked about it a little bit last time, which is core values, right? And so this is the inside, how does our brand feel, right? The vision is, what do we envision the world as because our brand is in existence? This is the big picture.
Yes.
Right? Number two, the mission is kind of how do we make that happen, right? What's our personal involvement in that big vision for the world or for our clientele? And then you have your core values, which are the step-by-step, how do we get this done? And so those are the three just easy things to do in the very beginning to outline, okay, this is how I'm going to present myself to the world.
Yes, I love that because it's very clear and simple. For so long, we've heard those words, mission, vision, core values, you know.
And we get them all confused.
It's like, all of them just go together. But what I love about you is you're breaking this down in bite-sized pieces for us to be able to understand it and digest it and think about it. Now, in our last episode, we talked a little bit about creating that narrative. And really putting ourselves in a position where we create a story for the people we have an opportunity to serve. I want you to kind of talk about that a little bit because I think that when we understand who we're serving, it will help us to create the story. So can you help us to identify like who we're serving or even how do we begin to know what to do to serve them?
Wow. Absolutely. On all my tricks right up the gate. You got to sign up for a class for all that now. But for Kashonna, we'll do it for free.
See, I'm getting it for you.
Yes. Well, don't make it hard, right? And so I'm always a big advocate for making it simple, making it easy, right? So vision, mission, core values, that can seem overwhelming. It's a template, right? It's your, it gets your brain going. And so they're just an easy boom, 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 right? So we already talked about those. Once you kind of find out what those things are, right? What's our vision? What's our mission? What's our core values? Then we're going to talk about target demographic, right? And how do we fit into that consumer's life? How do we fit into that consumer's day-to-day? And so once you know where you're going with your vision, it becomes easy who we're serving, right? Because it'll be the people directly impacted by what we're setting out to do. For example, for myself as a branding and image strategist, my target demographic are people that either have businesses or personal brands that are front-facing for the public, right? Because they're the people that ultimately need a storyline.
So I love what you're saying about core values. And one of the ways that I teach core values is to help people to identify their non-negotiables. What are those things that you are not going to negotiate on?
Right.
When you know those, then you go for that. But what I think I'm hearing people or seeing people do is they're kind of bending on those negotiables because they're seeing the culture shift. And what ends up happening is instead of standing on those core values, those non-negotiables, they end up compromising those
Absolutely.
non-negotiables because,
Absolutely.
well, if this is on Instagram now, and if I want to get more
Mm-mm-mm.
views, this is what I need to do. Or if I need to get more likes, this is what I need to do. So, can you talk to me a little bit
Yeah,
about that? Because some people may be discouraged because they don't have as many likes, they
absolutely.
don't have as many views or follows,
Yep.
and they're saying, okay, I thought this was my brand. I
Mm.
thought these were my core values, but
Yeah,
maybe they're not because I don't have as much
yeah,
as the other person does.
yeah.
Can you kind of tap into that?
Absolutely. And I love that you brought that up because even with my clients, my big thing is branding is going to tell us what we do, but it's also going to tell us what we don't do.
Oh,
Right. And so that's exactly what we're talking about here. One of my favorite furniture brands is Restoration Hardware. I
uh-huh.
told you last time I love a luxury experience. All right. Okay.
You're amazing.
Talking about $17,000 dining room tables. All right.
Exactly.
No chairs included.
No chair.
So,
Do those come with legs? I mean, I'm sorry. Yes, go.
no,
Yeah.
no, I'm just kidding. But Restoration Hardware, very big luxury furniture brand,
Yes.
right? And so I got the opportunity to go to Nashville a couple months ago, and I went to the Restoration Hardware there. It was beautiful. I loved it. I was like, oh my gosh, why don't I follow them on social media?
Right.
Right? And so I went on Instagram and I couldn't find them. And so I Googled, does Restoration Hardware have an Instagram? And literally, they put out a statement that said, we are a luxury brand, and we do not feel that our consumer base is best received on social media. Absolutely. And so a large worldwide luxury furniture brand has no social media, selling $17,000 dining room tables. So there is money to be made, not on social media,
Oh my goodness.
but it goes to how solid is your brand.
Wow.
There is still sales being made without Instagram. And that's a little wild in this generation, but it's true because the best sales is always word of mouth and relationship.
Yes. Yes. And yes. Relationships are so very important.
Absolutely. Instagram is a tool. Social media is a tool for that relationship.
Oh my
Can't
goodness.
put all of our eggs in that basket.
So you're telling me don't allow the Instagram bullies to bully me and say you need to post 15 times a day?
Absolutely not.
I mean, you said so much, Christian. That's huge.
Yeah.
Because I think that we've tied ourselves
Yeah,
to Facebook, Instagram,
we
LinkedIn,
do.
all of these things. And I'm not saying they're not good. I'm not saying that.
Great
But
tools.
that's a part of you knowing where your audience is.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. Because Restoration Hardware knows that our clientele that can afford a $17,000
They
dining
are
room
not
table
on social-
is not scrolling. They're not scrolling.
Oh my goodness.
They're working. They're making deals. And so the best way to find them is not on social media.
I'm
And
so blown.
blown. Where is your consumer at? And go there.
Wow.
Where is your consumer at? Go there.
I mean, this is a part of branding,
Absolutely.
knowing who your consumer is, what they're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, my husband and I we love NFL, and
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to say, listen, anyway, I'm not going to go there. This is not what this is about. But I love the way NFL brands.
Yeah, that is true.
They have done some incredible branding around
Incredible.
not only games, merchandise.
Absolutely.
I mean, just how they in pizza and food, their
And fashion.
fashion.
The players. Have we paid attention to NFL and NBA players?
Yes, you are so right.
Someone who never watches an NFL game, I barely even watch the Super Bowl unless Beyonce is performing. I will watch to see what those players are arriving in
Yes,
wearing.
yes.
They have tapped into a whole new audience. So yes, phenomenal branding. Phenomenal.
Oh my goodness, you
Phenomenal.
are absolutely right.
Yeah.
They have, and I was just showing I say, oh look at what Odell had on. Oh look at what I mean, all of it. You are absolutely right.
Yep.
My goodness. Okay, so
Sorry.
even when we're no, this is good, and I want people to get this because even on that that worldwide, global, I should say, platform, because they have done an excellent job at even going globally to ensure that their brand is I mean, and it's sustainable. It's like it's not willy-nilly. It's not all over the place. So talk to me a little bit about the career professional, the small business, the entrepreneur that wants to have a sustainable brand.
Absolutely.
We may not have the NFL revenue right now, but what do we do at the level we're in or the level we're at to ensure that our brand remains sustainable?
Right. Yeah. Well, the first thing is we don't waver, right? So when we're setting our brand in place, we want to make sure that we're setting it for success in long term. Right. And so what mission, vision, and core values does, it gives us the opportunity to evolve, to grow. Vision, huge. Mission, just a little bit smaller. Core values, day to day, right? And so we want to make sure that we target these things, vision big enough to go somewhere, right? Mission strong enough to take us there, and core values to keep us disciplined.
I love that.
Core values keep us disciplined. What am I doing day to day? How do I interact with my customer? And what am I not going to say yes to? What am I going to say no to? Right? So detailing out things that we can commit to. That's the big thing. Can I commit to this? I shared last time how I committed to wearing all neutrals. And it's not all about clothing, right? That was a me thing that I decided, but it's an easy example. I committed to it. For 10 years, I haven't bought a red piece of clothing. I haven't. But you have used red in your nails, your lip, the wall behind me, the flowers right there. I noticed it all as I came in. Right?
You have a good eye.
You've committed to your brand. You're wearing green, but your lipstick's red. Because there's a brand here. It's powerful.
That's it.
It's inviting. It's energetic. It's inspirational. Right? And you breathe it. You live it. You didn't even know you chose a red lip today. Right? You just go to the nail salon and your nails, you want red. Because it's who you are. It's part of your brand.
That's it. That's
you committed.
I'm committed. And maybe someone's saying, how long do I have to commit to this? Well, we talked about evolution in the previous episode, right? And it's okay to say, red is not it anymore. I'm feeling purple, or I'm feeling neutral, or I'm feeling. It's okay to do that, and I think that rebranding, relaunching, is a part of who we are, and we give you permission to do that.
It's all good.
We give you permission to do that. But if you're going to commit to your right now, do it unapologetically.
Absolutely.
Because it's yours.
Absolutely.
And people know when it's yours, when you own it. People know that, don't they? They know when you have committed and when you own it, it shows when you walk in the room. People feel it. I think they feel it.
They do.
And so that's a part of just owning your brand. That's a part of being your brand. That's a part of allowing people to experience your brand.
Absolutely.
That's good stuff.
Love it.
I love this. Okay. So what is your homework? It's very simple. Contact Christian Andrew. Listen, you need to elevate your life, elevate your style, elevate your business, elevate whatever it is in your life that seems like it's stuck. You have an opportunity to go to a different level, and you need some help doing it. So I definitely highly recommend Christian Andrew to help you do that. Thank you again so much for joining me and Accelerate Your Destiny.
Thank you.
I invite you to follow me on my social media platforms. I am on Facebook, Instagram, as well as LinkedIn. We have content going out daily for both your professional as well as your personal growth. I'll see you there.